Hi, everybody. This is Randy from Gluten-Free Nation. How's everybody doing? When I was a kid and I grew up in New York City, every year around the springtime is a Jewish holiday called Purim. And we celebrate that holiday with a pastry called Hamantashen or Hamantashen, depending on what part of New York you're from. And so those are not gluten free. They're made with wheat flour. And so, I realized that this holiday was coming up. And last night I was thinking, I need to make some Hamantaschen gluten free. Why? Because I want to eat them. They're delicious. And so I have a recipe that I put together. I'm going to tell you how I did it. This is not a demo. I'm just telling you, and we're going to post all the instructions. So I made it with almond flour, which is gluten-free, and I also used some tapioca flour, which is also naturally gluten-free. The recipe did not call for any gums, like a xanthan gum or a guar gum, but I have to tell you, I think the end result would be better with maybe like a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum to give the dough a better ability to hold together. That's another story. Anyway, so mix together the following. You're going to get your dough together, and the first thing you're going to do is in a bowl, you will mix together the sugar, the light brown sugar, the milk, the vanilla extract. Please do not use imitation vanilla extract. I will not be happy if you do that. Real butter, unsalted, not margarine, don't use that. And a little tiny bit of zest of an orange peel. So if you don't know how to zest, you just can there's a little zesting grater that I use, or you can use a little vegetable peeler and chop it up. It's just like a tiny, tiny bit. It gives it just a little zing. So bear with me. So you put all that together, you mix all that together, the butter is chopped up into cubes, and you got your cubey, sugary, milky, vanilla-y concoction. Then in a larger bowl, you're going to add your 2 cups of fine almond flour, super fine. Don't do anything that is crunchy or raw, that won't work. Also, then a cup of tapioca flour, and then you're going to put all that into your wet ingredients, as well as a little tiny half teaspoon of baking powder, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and you are then going to mix it. Now, most people you can mix this by hand. It does not require a mixer. I, being lazy, I put this in my KitchenAid mixer, and it comes together in a minute. Yeah, I probably should have done it with my hands, but I didn't. Okay, so I'm rolling it all together. It comes into dough. It's a dough ball, and then I'm going to wrap it up in some plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator. It has to be really, really cold to work with. So I did that last night. Then this morning I didn't want to make all of them. I made some of them. I got a little slice of the dough. I made little circles out of the dough, and I filled them with some cherry preserves and also some apricot preserves. You can do raspberry, you can do strawberry, you can do blueberry. I've done lemon curd, which I love. I just didn't have any lemon curd with me. So you're going to roll out a little piece of dough till it's about a ½ inch thick. And you're going to cut out your circles I just used a glass. Turned the glass upside down. And then you are going to put your jam right in the middle of the thing. And then you're going to squeeze it up into a little tiny pocket triangle. A little tiny pocket triangle. And you'll see what it looks like. So to do that, what you do is you kind of wet your hands a little bit and bring it all, the edges, the 3 points of the circle, even though there's no real points, pretend, and it will stick together. Then you are going to put them in the refrigerator to let them solidify a little bit. You don't want to put them right in the oven because they need to just have a little chill to hold together. Okay, so I chilled them for maybe 15 minutes, not long. In the meantime, I set the oven for 350, and I then took them out of the refrigerator on the cookie sheet, put them in the oven. I did 7 minutes at 350. And at that point, I turned the pan around in the oven. This is very important for even browning. And I then did another 6 minutes, 13 minutes altogether, like most cookies, very, very fast. And took them out, let them cool off. And I'm going to make a bunch more later, and hopefully, I'll have some better pictures later. But I couldn't help it. I did take a picture, and then I ate one. So, thank you for listening to my story about your gluten free Hamantashen. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you really soon.